Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here today. So today I'll be giving you practical tips on how to reinvent your life. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share. We have been inundated by the successes and milestones of young achievers in the past decade. We have the Forbes 40 under 40, we have the Business Elites 40 under 40, and a host of many others. So much celebration, and rightly so, because they deserve it. But this has put so much pressure on the youths themselves. That is talk for another day. It has also put pressure on the not so young, the middle-aged and the golden-aged people who also have dreams and goals to achieve. It seems as though aging is a taboo, and there is evidence of that everywhere. Take for example in the corporate world, where in the job description they state the ages between 22 and 27, at most 28. What happens to the 35 or 40-year-old young man or woman who is equally qualified? Do their ages disqualify them? I see lots of disgruntled and unsatisfied middle-aged people who are afraid to chase after their dreams because they think that their ship has sailed, and so they settle. Rather than settling, it is at this point that you have to reinvent yourself. Alvin Toffler, an American author, futurist and businessman, famously said that the illiterate of the 21st centuries are not those who cannot read or write, but are those who fail to learn, relearn and unlearn. So the first step to reinvent yourself is to learn new and relevant things. So in 1967, my mother left Nigeria for UK to study secretarial studies at Pitman's College. There she learned shorthand and typewriting amongst a whole lot of other skills which were relevant for secretaries. Fast forward 30 years later, such skills are no longer necessary. You could hardly get young people going into colleges or Institute of Education to learn secretarial studies, much less shorthand or typewriting. Modern technology has taken over, and such skills are now obsolete. And education experts estimate that in 10 years' time, over 40% of tertiary education studies would be obsolete. What does that mean? It means that 40% of courses being read and offered in the university will be obsolete in 10 years or before 10 years. More recently, with the onset of COVID-19, a new normal has been established. In less than 3 months, we have seen major disruptions in industries across the world, and we have seen rapid digital transformations from remote work to sales and customer services, health sector, and also the education systems. So what can you learn in this season to keep yourself abreast with the times? So the second step to reinvent yourself is to relearn. The key here is continuous learning, because the skills you may have learned last year is on the verge of being outdated this year. You are as old as your current knowledge or your skill. You are only as old as your current knowledge or your skill level. I remember many years ago, a friend of mine refused to go to her father's hospital. She said her father rarely updated himself, so she couldn't trust him or his team of doctors to perform the surgery on her. How painful that may sound, but it is very true. You may not trust yourself or trust your life in the hands of someone whom is outdated. What makes relearning effective is application. You apply the knowledge that you have learned. So the third way to reinvent yourself is to unlearn. Unlearn means letting go of things which no longer works. You unlearn things that contradict your values. You unlearn outdated methodologies, you unlearn outdated technologies, you unlearn outdated systems. So this season, there were 3 things which I learned. The first one was that knowledge is transient. The second thing I learned this season was that I had to create my own platform. And the third thing was that the things which I took for granted, such as hugs, gatherings, being with family and friends, are really very important. So what 3 things have you learned or unlearned this season? Please send in your comments and let us make these interactive. And there is no age to reinvent yourself. You can reinvent yourself no matter your age. Do not forget that. And also remember, I am right here holding hands with you through it all. And God bless you.